When we think about insects, we often picture the final form, the butterfly fluttering through the air, the beetle crawling across the ground, or the mosquito buzzing near our ears. But what we usually don't think about is how these insects begin their lives. Before wings, before legs built for jumping or flying, many insects start as something very different. They begin as larvae. And yes, stick around until the end, because we'll have a short trivia section to test what you've learned. Our topic for today is what exactly is an insect larva? An insect larva is an early stage in the life cycle of insects that undergo complete metamorphosis. This means their life is divided into 4 main stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The larval stage comes right after the egg hatches, and it looks nothing like the adult insect it will eventually become. In fact, if you didn't know better, you might not even guess they were the same species. Larvae are often described as eating machines, and for good reason. The main job of a larva is simple: eat, grow, and store energy. Unlike adult insects, larvae are not focused on reproduction or movement over long distances. Their bodies are designed for feeding. That's why many larvae have soft bodies, strong mouth parts, and limited mobility. Caterpillars, maggots, and grubs are all common examples of insect larvae. One of the most famous larvae is the caterpillar, which later becomes a butterfly or moth. Caterpillars spend most of their time chewing leaves, growing rapidly, and shedding their skin multiple times. This process is called molting. Because an insect's outer skeleton doesn't stretch, the larva must shed it in order to grow. Each stage between molts is known as an instar. Not all larvae look the same, though. Scientists group insect larvae into different types based on their shape and structure. Some larvae, like caterpillars, have legs and a clearly defined head. These are called eruciform larvae. Others, like fly maggots, have no legs at all and a very simple body shape. These are known as vermiform larvae. Then there are scarabaeiform larvae, such as beetle grubs, which are usually thick, curved, and live underground. Despite their simple appearance, larvae play a crucial role in ecosystems. Many larvae help break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and serve as food for other animals. Birds, reptiles, amphibians, and even other insects rely heavily on larvae as a food source. Without larvae, entire food chains would collapse. Another fascinating thing about insect larvae is how different they are internally from adults. During the larval stage, the insect's body is preparing for a complete reorganization. When the larva enters the pupal stage, its tissues break down and rearrange to form adult structures like wings, antennae, and compound eyes. In a way, the larva is like a biological blueprint, gathering materials and energy for the final build. Humans interact with insect larvae more often than we realize. Some larvae are considered pests because they damage crops or stored food. Others are extremely useful. Silkworm larvae produce silk, one of the most valuable natural fibers in the world. In medicine, fly larvae, known as maggots, are sometimes used to clean wounds by eating dead tissue, a process called maggot therapy. So, the next time you see a crawling grub or a leaf-chewing caterpillar, remember, you're not just looking at a simple worm-like creature. You're seeing one of the most important and transformative stages in an insect's life, a stage built entirely around survival, growth, and preparation for a dramatic change. All right, let's see how much you learned. Here are 3 trivia questions. Ready? Let's get started. Question 1. What is the main purpose of the larval stage in an insect's life cycle? A. To reproduce. B. To grow and store energy. C. To migrate to new habitats. D. To defend territory. Correct answer. B. To grow and store energy. The larval stage is almost entirely focused on feeding and growth. Unlike adult insects, larvae do not reproduce or travel long distances. Their bodies are built to consume as much food as possible and convert it into energy and tissue. Question 2. Which of the following insects does not have a larval stage? A. Butterfly. B. Beetle. C. Fly. D. Grasshopper. Correct. Answer D. Grasshopper. Grasshoppers undergo incomplete metamorphosis, meaning they hatch as nymphs that resemble small adults. They do not have a larval or pupal stage. Butterflies, beetles, and flies all experience complete metamorphosis, which includes a distinct larval stage that looks completely different from the adult. Last question. Why do insect larvae molt several times as they grow? A. To change color. B. To avoid predators. C. Because their outer skeleton cannot stretch. D. To prepare for reproduction. Correct. Answer C. Because their outer skeleton cannot stretch. Insects have a hard outer covering called an exoskeleton. While this protects them, it also limits growth. As a larva increases in size, the exoskeleton becomes too tight. That wraps up our trivia for today. If you got all 3 right, great job. You've got a solid understanding of how insect larvae grow and develop. If you enjoy this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.